Hello, friends. Welcome into the Festival of Hope. Believe it or not, we are in week 16 of our 18-week program. I can hardly believe that we have, journeyed for 16 weeks together through all of the year-end rituals, traditions, and holidays. And we find ourselves this week for getting ready for New Year's Day. So I was thinking about, the idea that we'll be stepping into a new year and recognizing that, or I'm really actually remembering that when Phil died in 2005, I remember that New Year's thinking, just dreading stepping into 2006 from the point of view of knowing that he would not have been alive at any point during 2006. Hi, John. Good to see you. And I wanted to acknowledge that for, this year, 2020, of course, has been a year unlike any other, for a century, basically. And while many of us are ready for 2020 to be in our rearview mirror, so to speak, I know that for some of us, stepping into 2021 is really hard because we're doing it without the person who has populated all the other years, that they were a part of our life and they were physically present for those years. And so I wanted to just acknowledge those of you who might be struggling a little bit with stepping into 2021, even though maybe you're ready to see 2020 go. And though we do not get an opportunity to choose whether or not the sun rises, right? So that cycle of sunrise, sunset is going to continue. And we will find ourselves in 2021 in just a few days. We do have a choice always about how we show up. And so I wanted to just talk about that for a little bit today. We don't have a choice sometimes about the situations in our lives through which we have to live, right? We don't get to choose. None of us would have chosen to live through a pandemic. Certainly, we wouldn't have chosen those of you who have had the experience of losing loved ones to that pandemic. Certainly, you would not have chosen that. And there are so many other parts of our lives that are, that are a struggle and that we wouldn't choose. If someone were to give us a grab bag of opportunities, that would not be one we would want to find, included in our life experience. But here we are. And so though we don't get to choose what things are included in our lives, we do always get to choose how we show up. And so I wanted to take that thought with us into 2021 for two reasons. One is that 2020 has been really hard in so many ways. And as you know, when you live through something hard, there's residual, right? There's residual pieces of that experience that are going to come with us into 2021. And how we shape those and what we learn from them is going to influence who we become as we walk into our next year. The other thing is there's a lot of traditions around New Year's Day. There's also some, what do you call them? The word just flew right out of my head. Superstitions. There's also some superstitions about New Year's Day. One superstition I heard is that however, whatever state your house is in, like if you want to have a clean house for the new year, you have to clean your house in order to be ready. So I've always had that kind of superstition in the back of my head, not that it has necessarily changed my behavior. It either was clean or it wasn't, but it's those kind of things that I think many people have. There's little beliefs around how they start the year that impact the way they go forward. One of my favorite traditions, personal favorite traditions, is selecting a word for the year and, having that be a part of what sort of grounds me in the new year and also encourages me as I move forward. And over, the many years, probably at least 25 that I've been doing that, I've chosen that word in many different ways. I've had a group of people who used to take a dictionary and you just have to fan through, open it up, and you can only choose a word that's on that page. And since then, I've used angel cards. So angel cards, pull out a card and see what you get. Other times it's been more of a selection, a choice, like what do I want to bring with me into the new year? And so often we choose a word for soaring spirits as an organization. And we've chosen things like celebrate and and encourage and compassion. So over the years, there's been this kind of combination between choosing the word intentionally because it was something I wanted to welcome into my life, or selecting a word randomly, kind of asking the universe for direction in that word selection, and then owning it myself. Whatever traditions you may have as you step into the new year, one that we have found really powerful is having some kind of daily habit. Many times this is called a daily practice. I like to use the word habit because sometimes daily practice sounds bigger than it needs to be. And so, while your daily practice could include a number of things, it could be as simple as drawing a single card, or reading a single poem, or, finding a book that's an inspirational book to you and reading just one passage of that. It can be that simple. And we're going to explore that this week on our Zoom call. We're going to talk about how we step into the new year on New Year's Eve. So I hope that many of you will join us. But what our intention will be is to really discuss the ways in which we can adopt a daily habit or a daily practice that supports our evolution as people, as we continue, because life will continue to, provide challenges, right? There's going to be challenges in 2021. And some of the challenges of 2020 are going to continue into 2021. And so knowing that we are going to be needing to show up for both challenge and also, I hope to be able to welcome goodness and wholeness and joy. And I know for some people, especially those of you who are grieving, or those of you whose lives have been turned so upside down that joy feels really far away, that sometimes it's harder work to welcome joy than it is to accept pain. When we have been living with pain for a long time, pain feels comfortable, pain feels familiar, and joy seems sometimes out of touch and out of reach and even dangerous, because what if I get my hopes up only to have them crushed? And so one of the things that we'll discuss is ways in which our daily habits and our daily practice can support us in the evolution of ourselves that is necessary to both handle challenges that come our way and also welcome joy that comes our way. So that's going to be our Thursday. I am excited to tell you that we have our community video this week done by the amazing community member, Andrea Rowe. She has been with us since the very beginning and has herself developed quite a few practices that have supported her evolution as a person. And I'm excited to share her community video with you tomorrow. Then also, we will have, like I said, the Zoom call on Thursday with Kath McCormack, another of our beloved community members, and I know beloved teacher for many of you. She is the queen of daily practice and is, I love the way that she can break it down for us to be able to start with a daily habit and develop it into something that supports yourself. And it could be morning, it could be evenings, it could even be afternoons. It is really whatever works for you. So we're going to express and explore that on Thursday. And then guess what? We have another of the Neff Von Traps to share with you on Friday. My youngest brother, Danny Neff, is going to be our entertainment on Friday. He's going to be singing some of my particular favorites. And since it's my birthday week, he's agreed to whatever song selection I want. So that's exciting. So that'll be on Friday. And then we just have one more week where we'll be exploring Three Kings Day, also known as Epiphany, which will be next week. So we've got still plenty of time to share with each other. I love the opportunity to step into 2021 with you and knowing that you have each other to walk through this with. Again, I'm acknowledging that for some of you, leaving 2020 is hard. And for others, 2020 couldn't be gone fast enough. So recognizing that you may fall into either of those categories or somewhere in between, the best part is knowing that you have a community that will walk beside you in whatever way you feel as you step through into this next year. So hi, Paula, good to see you here. So I hope you all will be joining us throughout the week. And I do want to just give a special shout out to John Patrick Ray, who was our singer for Thursday night's sing-along, Christmas Eve. What fun we had. It was lovely, John. You did such a beautiful job. I'm so grateful. So thank you very much for that. And to Kelly Lynn, who also shared her Christmas day with us. We did quite a lot of caroling between Thursday and Friday, and it was just a lovely way to celebrate Christmas. So much appreciation to both of you. And I will look forward to seeing everyone, I hope, as the week goes along. I hope you'll join us in being able to consider how a daily habit or a daily practice can support your evolution as a person as we all, begin the evolution of a new year. All right, everyone, be well. I'll look forward to checking in with you throughout the week and certainly being here for Thursday and Friday. Bye-bye.